Hello, everyone. I'm glad to be up here. I haven't been up here in a whole week, but I'm having a crab boil. No, not a crab boil, but I cooked a pot of crabs. I have blue crab from Grams and Rolling. I have what is this? Snow crab. I got that from Food Lion, and I didn't let you see these live. This is crawdad from Grams and Rolling. I washed it. I have tomatoes. And I have my dip. Oh, my onion dip with different things in it. Hey, I'm not talking no mess today. Cause you not get here to talk stuff. Uh, Feeling pretty good. Glad to talk to you. And you see this crawdad. This is real crawdad. That crawdad was big, huge. Glad to be up here. I really need to start doing more lives. That's true. But I probably talk serious because not right now, but I'm getting a serious conversation together about abortion and where it comes from. Well, I shouldn't mention it up here really, but everybody in the world is talking about it. Crawdad. And if I don't talk, I feel like I was sitting here in fear. Just not today. Oh. My tomato. I have some fruit in there. I should have put it in here. Some strawberries and grapes, but that's okay. I gotta get back on track. I'm still working on water. I have some more stuff to do to it. And I'm starting, I think I'm gonna start with John Jr. My blue crab. I like this dip. This butter dip is good. It's good. Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. Okay. I need to go to work. You like my little kitty cat? Uh, my niece little wildcats. She got them shots and stuff the way she's supposed to. And she had her little wildcats she loved. And they disappeared and stuff. But she really loved them. She took good care of them. A lot of people got wild cats and wild animals, but she took good care of them. She called the SPCA. She fed them 3 times a day. They were right up under the tree near her house. She got them their shots. All of it. She took care of her little wildcats. I didn't get a picture of the wildcats. I just got pictures of her domesticated cats, but not her wildcats. Some of her domesticated cats she had to give away. She ate a couple of them. They're gonna eat both of those crawdads. I must have. Ate both of the crawdads. Yeah, I was eating before I got here. Oh, something wrong with my muscles and my hands. I gotta go to the doctor. Ugh. my car. I gotta get everything changed on it. Because you heard it, you know, when it stops, it bubbles. But I thank the Lord. Everything has been going pretty good. I just got one thing to do. And that's that car. That's one thing I got to do is that car. I got a couple more things on that to do. I really shouldn't be spending any money. I can't spend a dime. Oh my God. But I thank the Lord. I thank the Lord. It's time for me to go to work. I was sitting there and let's see. Oh, well, let's see if this will do it. Trying to cut this crab open. Oh Lord, don't break the knife. Don't break the knife. It's old butter knife. It didn't break. All right, that's one piece right there. It's the other piece right here, but I really need to get a knife. The plastic knife is working fine. So, man, you should have saw these crabs. I brought me some fish, and I cut the fish heads off. I still let you see the crab. What I'm gonna do with the fish head, I use for crab bait, because a lot of times, go down to the park, I don't catch anything. And one time, they stole a bait and pulled the net. Yes, they did. You didn't see that one. I was trying to pull the net in, and they stole the bait. They stole the bait, the weight. You know, they stole the weight. That's what they stole. And of all these crabs stealing the weight off the basket, but I didn't catch any crabs. All the caught was nothing. I didn't get a blowfish. I usually catch a blowfish. Oh Lord. The world of color. That's what I want to do. I want to do the world of color. I put, you know, I put my crab cornstarch, just a little bit to make it sweet. So you know how you take those sweeteners, like agave nectar. Yeah, if your cornstarch, oh no, it's baking soda. If your baking soda got aluminum in it, don't use it. But cornstarch, just plain pure cornstarch. I put like a little bit in the water. I didn't know what it was, baking soda or cornstarch when I first did it. But it was cornstarch. I put a little bit in the water and it makes the crab sweet. Just a little bit, not much. A small amount. I think I get everything for that dollhouse. Lord. One thing I believe in is taking care of an animal. I don't believe you should let an animal in your house and you're not going to take care of it. Some people do that. I used to do that when I was little. My mama used to do that. But one thing my niece does is she gets them their shots. She got them examined. She found out what was wrong. Little stray cats. And that's something I believe in. I had an aunt. My aunt believed the same way. Her daughter wanted an animal. A pretty little white dog. She made her daughter take care of that dog. Aunt Darling. She had to wash her. Watch that pretty little white dog. Pretty little fluffy white dog. She had to wash her, give her a bath. She had her shots. Took her to the vet. Animals are just pretty. I know that. And they just fluffy and just hug them in. But you gotta take care of them. You can't just get them and bring them in your house. Then don't bring them in there. Leave them right out there. Because if you love an animal, you're gonna take care of it. If you don't, a child don't understand child. They just see animals and run. Come on. I'm gonna pick it up and everything. You take the animal to the vet. What I'm saying. But I'm glad to be here. You know what? I was reading about David. I read about David and his wife. Oh, oh, Lord. I read about his downfall. Wow. It was something else what he did. What he did in the beginning. It was some crazy stuff. Yeah. What happened to Uriah? And right. You should read the Bible. Preachers was preaching about Samuel. And his teacher, God was gonna stop his line, his bloodline. And Samuel was going to be a priest. And his teacher, he was in the temple, but he said, well, he heard him. A voice calling him. And he didn't know what to do. And his teacher, even though God was going to stop his bloodline, told him what to do. And he did it. And the Lord talked to him. Sometimes we're not used to Christianity like some people are. You know, I grew up in it, and we don't know what God calling them. I know a lot of times that happened to me. I remember one time the Lord told me to do something, quit a job. And I thought I was being my same, I was younger then, I was being my same nonsense self. I'm just upping and quitting jobs. I'm full of it. But later on down the road, it was God's voice. I said it was, and confessed it was. Oh, thank you. I got some soda. Oh, Zevia from Food Line. And you know what's in it? Stevia, no aspirin. Those of you allergic to aspirin, none. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh, Lord. I took my sugar pill. Good afternoon, good evening. But that happens sometimes. God talking to you, and you don't know it, and you mistake it for your voice, and you say it just can't be the Lord. Oh, I think I got an empty crab here. I do. You say it just can't be the Lord. And then things come out. And you go back and do what you did before, and that was God saving you. A whole lot of heartache. A whole lot of, heartache. Just a whole lot. Excuse me. I'm just plain heartache. A whole lot of heartache. I did that before I hit my breakdown. The Lord told me I went to the convention, all excited. I went to pray. God told me to quit that job. I thought it was me. Being irresponsible me, like always, quitting jobs and all that stuff. I really did. And then, come on, Krabby. And then, all that stuff happened. And I still didn't realize that was God telling me that. And I was just praying and praying and praying, praying. They were having like 12 o'clock prayer. They were having like 2 o'clock prayer. They were having, prayer. And I was going to prayer service. And I was just on my knees. And I was just praying, Lord, what should I do? What should I do? And he wanted me to quit that job. He did not want me to go back there at all. I went back there and came back mental. Have you ever been in shock before? I went in shock 2 or 3 times and didn't know I was in shock. I'm not going to tell you what I saw, but I'm just going to tell you I went in shock. I didn't know it was shock. I don't know what it was. I thought I was just eating my actions. I said, what in the world? You can go in shock. Totally shocked. I love Virginia blue crabs. I love blue crabs. Go to Maryland eat too. California. I go to eat them. So I should have showed before I ate it all. Hey people. Good afternoon. No, I think it's no, it's afternoon. Even have it don't come to 5 o'clock. And I have stuff I have to do. No, I have to sit here and talk to you. Until her spend hours talking to me. I can spend a few minutes talking to you. Some people like to break their crabs in two, right? And then pick the meat out. I don't like doing that. After working at the crab factory when I was younger, I like to cut my crabs open. And I've seen people, they worked at the factory too. They do not do this. They still break their crabs in two and try to pick the meat out. I said, you do that. All right. It's just a little crab MukBang. MukBang. Bong like a gong. Little crab MukBang. Bong like a gong. So it's bong. It's pronounced different. I think it's Asian. I should be more faithful. I keep saying I'm be faithful, but I got a treat for you. I'm going crabbing. I got a treat for you. Man, I think it's real life. This is okay. It's doing good now. Yeah. I can't stand picking meat out of a shell. Yeah, it was a lot of jobs down there when I was young. You could go work for the scallop house, the fish house, the boat house, downtown, down at that waterfront. You can go to half the waterfront. I remember one of the mothers of the church used to work there. And my friend, um, their family had 16 kids, 20, I think, between 16 and 21. Yeah, her mama had kids, 16 to 21. All right, now, this thing got stuck, and there you go. Mm-hmm. Okay, I like my crab open like this, because how you get meat out of it? Break it in two pieces and picking it apart. I just, I have more than this. I have more back there. I don't know, I'm lying too much. I have to start getting up here. Because, they get. There's not that much in there. Yeah, it's bitter. All right, now. And I ate all these crabs already. I know, girl. What in the world? Jesus. And all the tomatoes. What? I'm talking about animals. Oh my God. It's all right to little animal. And I hit a wildcat. But it wasn't like it is now. You know, nowadays you have a wildcat, a wild animal. You can call the SPCA, get them some shots and all that kind of stuff. Chad, we call the SPCA. They're going to pick them up and put them in a truck and take our wildcat away. I had a wildcat. Mama wouldn't give me a bird. I had a wildcat. I had fish so many times. I always just overfed them. Every time I see them, I was doing this. And they always overfed. They were always overfed, people. Oh, go ahead. Super chat. Maybe it'll show up. And they were always overfed. Always overfed. Every time I brought them, I overfed them. And I said, what's wrong with my fish? And then somebody said, you keep overfeeding them. Lord have mercy. Dogs. Maxwell. And Topsy, our favorite wildcat that we sometimes kept in the house in the winter. No kitty litter. Nobody knew nothing about kitty litter. No. I don't take care of animals now, and I don't have any. And, no. And these gator knows she love them to death. Oh, Lord have mercy. I got a picture of all of her cats but one, but her wild cats. I don't have no pictures of her wild cats. Dang it. So how's my selling doing? Not good, but I got this plate. I keep thinking to take it offline because it's from the 17th and 18th century. And I put it up there, $25, but I'm thinking take that offline and send it to that place called Summersby's. I looked that plate up. That plate was from the 1800s. I was looking for a cup for it. I think I got it either from King's Daughters or I should have went to, because I was down that way, I should have went to the Goodwill. Just I won't spend no more money. Feel like I'm spent out. I ain't gonna spend no more. And when the grams are rolling, I went to buy. I saw live crawdad. I saw clams I couldn't get to. I saw all this stuff. I got me 2 soft shell crabs. They're called hotels. I just got me a lot of stuff. Live crawdad. That crawdad was living. Oh, this is what my life is missing, people. This is why I've been sitting around this house so bored, because I haven't been talking to you. And some of the things I've been talking about, I don't want nobody to hear it. It's crazy, man. No, it's not. It's just, I'm going to put it up here to keep from talking about it and keep myself from saying it. But I'm going to talk about the subject matter right now because I am happy. And that stuff burdens me down. And I am happy. Thank God for Jesus Christ and then got you around. You make me happy. And that stuff burdens me down, but you make me happy. Thank Jesus Christ for you. Thank God you're around. Hallelujah. I was thinking about my mama, how she was such a giving person, and how she extended her hand to anybody. Yeah. And with her was so different. I had to face the world. It was different. You know, like my mom always said, home is for them. And we all believe that. But she always liked the crowd and the card playing, and they like to sit and play cards and drink a little alcohol. And she didn't drink. That lady couldn't drink. She couldn't drink. So she didn't drink. My mom could not drink alcohol at all. I don't even know how she smoked a cigarette. But she didn't drink. But, you know, I remember playing deuces, sitting up there playing deuces with my mama, with the crowd at the table. And I hated people. I remember I was trying to get the life she lived with people all around her table and in her house, in the church. I was trying to get that same life, but didn't know how. But I did get my first apartment. When I got my first apartment, I had dinner parties. The pastor and his wife came. My Aunt Gally came. Jerofa came. Ann came. Peggy came. All of them came to my house, sit down, ate at my table, and had a good time. It was a nice time in my life. A good time in my life. You know, for the 2 years I was in high school, I know I hit depression. But the 2 years I was in high school, I was the babysitter. I remember going to one game the whole time I was in high school. Middle school, I was on the gymnastics team. But the whole time I was in high school, I was the babysitter. And I think from 16, I think it started when I was 15 to 17. And then I used to call myself the Pied Piper because it was no teenagers back there where I lived at, and there was nothing there but children, and I was the babysitter. I constantly babysitted. I had no idea my mama was getting money from that, from me babysitting. I didn't, because she gave me like $20, big money, and she kept the rest and put it on the bills. But I was the babysitter, and I used to call myself the Pied Piper, and I did that. Why? Because I had to take the children I was taking care of to the park. And so I would have all the kids from the neighborhood wanted to go to the park, the ones who their mama allowed to follow me. I went all the way, I was in the back, lived in the back of Woodson, all the way in the back. And I would walk the kids down the street singing songs, and when I went to church, they were singing songs and this and that and this. And then I got saved, and then I had the kids walking down the street singing songs until I stopped babysitting and I was going to church. And so the kids no longer were in my life like that. And yeah. And then one day I was on the church bus. I saw the kids running around out there with no shoes on, no unattended. And I looked at them and I said, "Can I call the kids to the church bus?" And he said, "Yeah." I don't know who was behind him, Mother Jackson or I don't know. He said, "Yeah, you could call them to the church bus," or might have been just riding with Mother. You could call them to the church bus. So I saw saying they had no coat, they had no shoes. They were running out there playing. And I looked at them. I said, "Kids, come on, get on the church bus. Come on, get on the church." I was just like that. And then they jumped up there. All of them jumped up there. And I said, "We going to church." And I said, "Well, you ain't got time to find your shoes. Even though you don't have your shoes, where your shoes at? Where your coat at? Where is this? Where is that?" I said, and we went on to church. And I started taking the church every time the church bus rolled by there. And I saw them out there. I said, "Come on, we're going to church." But I remember being young and just, before it just popped by me, those kids. I had this play flute that belonged to my niece. I took that flute. I was I knew how to read music. No, I just knew how to write it on the scale. Read it. No, write it on the scale. You know, ta ta, ti ti ta, rest this note. And I wrote it on the scale. I knew how to do that. And I created all these little beats all the time on these toys because I didn't have no instruments because I didn't go that far. I just went to reading notes, but I didn't go to making notes into piano notes and, you know, the piano scale. But I think I used to do that the whole time I was young. I remember going outside and me and my friends getting together and we singing all these songs, gospel songs and just songs, just singing all these songs and songs I had made up. And you know, I didn't have the voice for singing. They had the voice for singing. I have a voice to make a joyful noise to the Lord and sing, but not for getting up in front. But I can do it if I have to. I can't do it, you know, because I know it's about Christ and not if you can sing it. If you can't, you got that voice, you use it for the Lord. But anyway, I always been like that. And I got in church and I said, "Mama," she said, "Darlene, go down there to Newsom Park. They're giving free piano lessons. Go take them." And you know, I was following the old way of doing things. Yeah, I was following. I was saying I was too old because I was 17, 18 years old. And I kept saying I was too old. And she said, "No, you're not." You know where that come from. People go up there and get people 30 and 20 years old and teach them to read and write, but I'm too old to be with the music crew. And so I was saying that, and she said, "No, you're not, Darlene." That was the second time she told me to do something, and I didn't do it. I wanted to dance one time, way before I got saved. She said, "Darlene, go and join the American Theater." I said, "Mama, just walk right down that street," because the American Theater was in the New Market area, "and go ahead and join them. Do you not know in this life, I met one of the dancers from the American Theater taking a real estate class." And I met her and I looked at her and I said to myself, "Lord, was it just meant for me to meet this lady? I just don't know." But twice in my life I didn't obey her, and twice in my life, no, a lot of times, about 4 or 5 times, and twice in my life I'm going back to redo. All right, people. I love you very much. Jesus Christ loved you. I thank him for this food, this crab I ate. I thank him. Sometimes I'm too anxious to get here. Sometimes I don't get here on time. But I like to say thank you. Like, subscribe, and share my channel and join me. And I hope to see you again. Oh, that is so sweet. All right, people. Bye-bye.